We're gonna make a chocolate cake today. We're gonna try to figure out how to make a chocolate cake, and the Jewish vegan is gonna help us. Hey, how are you? You're gonna show us how to make a chocolate cake, is that right?
Yes,
I'm interested. I am interested to find out how to make this. We have everything here. We don't know the measurements.
So you'll need a large mixing bowl.
Is this good?
Yeah, I think that should be good enough.
Yeah, it's bigger than my head, so I think that'll be
Yeah,
good.
I think that'll work.
Do we need one or two?
You'll need a second one for the dry ingredients. We're gonna make a cake, and then we're gonna put it in the oven, and then we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna come back and see how it turns out. And at the end, we're gonna do a Q&A. So you're gonna ask us any questions that you want to ask us.
I'm super excited for that.
I have some questions that I thought of, so.
Oh, yo, that's good. Hey, I'm excited. Should I just get all of the measuring cups out, or just a few?
So you'll need like a cup measure, half cup measure, tablespoon, and teaspoon.
No 1/3, 1/4, none of that?
Nah.
A wet measuring cup. Can I... Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. I might have... This is what you're talking about, right?
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
First step, preheating your oven.
So, what do I... What's that?
350.
That's an easy step, right?
Next step is greasing your pan.
Oh, with what? The oil?
You can use the oil. Do you have cooking spray?
No, I try not to use that, actually. I usually do just put oil on the bottom and then rub it around.
Yeah, that's totally
Does that
cool.
work?
You can do that.
Okay. So, how many times have you made this chocolate cake?
Oh, so many times. This is my go-to recipe for pretty much everything because it's pretty easy and people like it a lot. And I always have the stuff to make it. Did you grease both the sides and the bottom?
I got the bottom. I briefly got the sides. Would you recommend I do the sides just as much as I did the bottom?
If you got the sides, you should be fine. The
Okay.
bottom is the most important part.
What is next?
So next, you're gonna put all of the dry ingredients in a bowl. So we'll have to go through what all the measurements are.
So what's the first dry ingredient? I don't have the flour. Hold on. First ingredient is what?
So the first ingredient is flour. You'll need 2 cups of that. And I want to make a recommendation, which I
Yes.
recommend to everyone every time they're baking something. Don't put your measuring cup into the flour. You'll want to actually spoon the flour.
Glad you mentioned that because I think we all can win in that aspect. So thank you. I think we're almost at 2 cups. There's 2 cups of flour.
Looks
There it
good.
is. Sweet. What's next?
2 cups of sugar in the bowl.
2 cups. Oh yeah, I'm using coconut sugar. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think that'll be fine.
How much of it did you say?
2 cups.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm nervous now. I don't have that much. Uh-oh. Oh boy, it's getting close. What happens if I don't have 2 cups of sugar?
It'll be a little less sugary.
So it won't be
It'll
as...
make
oh,
it.
the oven's preheated, by the way. So it's not going to change... I mean, it'll change the flavor in like a... I don't know.
It may change the consistency a little bit. I've never made it with less.
Yeah.
But we can still make it. We'll see how it turns out.
We'll see. There's 1 cup. I'm nervous.
Okay.
1 cup of
We'll
sugar.
see how it turns out.
Now what?
So next is half a cup and then 6 tablespoons of cocoa powder.
Here, this is one where we can just dip it in there, right?
Yep.
A lot easier to just scoop it out. What's next?
So next is 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
1 teaspoon. Boom. Done. What's next?
And then it's actually half a teaspoon of baking soda, which I don't think I told you to get a half teaspoon.
No, I don't think you did, but we have
Sorry
one.
about that.
Half a teaspoon, is that what you said?
Yep.
Boom. We got it all in there.
Woo!
Check it out. What's after that?
The last thing is a teaspoon of salt. Actually, you might want to use half a teaspoon because you used half as much sugar.
Okay, that's perfect. Just mix this up now?
Yeah, whisk it. If you have a whisk, but you can also use a spoon if you don't.
Okay, perfect. This is pretty easy to do with a spoon, so we're doing pretty good over here so far. It's all mixed up now.
Perfect.
It looks delicious. Now we
You're gonna be
do...
really amazed with the final project if you think that looks delicious.
Oh, I know. I can't wait. This is done. What is the next thing we do?
So next we're gonna switch to the other bowl and mix together all of our wet ingredients.
So I just want to show you and anyone that's interested that that's what it looks like. Still looks pretty good. I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but thanks. So I have another bowl. It's a little bit bigger for our wet ingredients. What is the first thing we do?
So we're gonna put in 2 cups of the non-dairy milk.
So we have original almond milk. We're going to use that. We have 2 cups of non-dairy milk. What else do we have?
So next it's a half a cup of oil.
So we have the milk and the oil. What else?
And then it's 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I mean, the apple cider vinegar reacts with the baking powder and baking soda to make it fluffy and to make it rise.
Interesting. I
That's
didn't know that.
that's kind of like the egg replacer.
All right. Now what?
And then the last thing is just 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract.
All right. 2 tablespoons? Holy crap. Okay. Now we mix it up.
Yep, mix it all together.
I want to show you how beautiful and delicious this looks right now. I promise it's gonna look a lot better once it's done.
It will.
So I just mix this up then, right?
Yep.
It's always funny how like it looks like crap at first, but then you bake it and it's like, wow, that looks incredible.
That's actually one of the things I really like about baking. Like, you have all these different ingredients and then it like turns into something totally different.
So we have that mixed up. Is there any specific like look it's supposed to have or anything like that?
You just want it. Can you show me what it looks like right now?
This is what it looks like.
Yeah, that looks like what it should look like.
So now I just mix the two?
Yeah, so normally you pour is there enough room to pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients?
No.
Okay,
I would
so
not do it safely.
that's fine. You can pour the dry into the wet ingredients and then just mix it with your spoon. You don't want to over mix it, so like there should still be a little bit of like clumps and stuff, but kind of just until it's just mixed together.
Here's my dry, here's my wet. I'm just gonna mix the two. Should I just do little by little?
You can pour it all in at once.
It's still really liquidy, but there's still, I think, a lot of... I'm so excited!
We're about to take the cake out of the oven.
I don't know how well it's gonna work as far as taking it out of the oven and showing you, so I might have to set this up somewhere. Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
I'm gonna set this up right here and get the cake out. I have my little hand thing here. Let's see. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my gosh.
I'm like breathing in, trying to smell it. And I'm like, no, I can't smell it.
Okay, this is how it looks. Does it look good?
Ooh, yeah.
You're nervous? You can be honest. Does it look bad?
No, it looks good.
Okay, good.
It's a little hard to tell on the screen, but it looks good.
Let's see. How about this angle? It is kind of hard to see, right? It's like putting a black lab in front of a camera. You can't really see them but their eyes. I'm gonna try here to put a toothpick. Oh, put a toothpick in it and see how it turns out. I'm not sure that it's gonna be as good as I'm hoping. I'm always nervous about this. It's clear. Look, there's nothing on there yet.
Yeah, we did it.
From here, what do you do?
Do you have a baking rack, like a wire thing? It's okay if not.
No.
So I would let it cool in the pan for like maybe 6 or 7 minutes, maybe till like the top is cooled a little bit.
Okay.
And then we can try to flip it out onto.
Okay. I have parchment paper. Should I just try to flip it on that?
Yeah, we can try to flip it onto parchment paper after it's been cooled a little bit.
For anyone that didn't hear when I brought this out, it's just a Arnold Palmer. So we're doing mocktails all month long. We have 4 minutes until this thing is done. Once it's cooled down, I will flip it onto this parchment paper somehow. And do you put the powdered sugar on top and then cut it?
Yeah, so we might want to, it's still going to need a little bit more time to cool after it comes out of the pan.
Gotcha.
The hope would be that it will slide out easily because of the oil we put on the pan.
At this point, I did not realize that my phone was recording when I was screen recording this, so I muted everything, but I'm just flipping the cake and then showing the pan where it did not stick, thankfully. So this is just a clip of me asking how long to keep this cake sitting out for because it is very warm, but we also have to put powdered sugar on it. So the powdered sugar will melt if you put it on too soon.